श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। ॐ तच्छयोरावृणीमहे गातुर्यज्ञाय गातुर्यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः। स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वम् जिगातु भेषजम्। शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ ब्राह्मणम् जनयन्तः देवा अग्रे तदब्रुवन् यस्त्वैवम् ब्राह्मणो विद्यात् तस्य देवा असन्वशे ह्रीश्चते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्यो अहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपम् अश्विनौ व्याप्तम् इष्टम् मनीषाणाम् अमुम् मनीषाणाम् सर्वम् मनीषाणाम्। ॐ तच्छयोरावृणीमहे गातुर्यज्ञाय गातुर्यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वम् जिगातु भेषजम् शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Offering my prayerful pranams at the lotus feet of my dear Mother Sai. First of all, I thank my parents, my Balikas Guru, and the management of this institute for giving me an opportunity to share my experiences with Swami. Way back in 1975, my father came to know about Swami, and he used to take us to Brindavan whenever Swami came to Brindavan. Once I went to Brindavan along with my father as a child and attended Nagar Sankirtan. After the Nagar Sankirtan, Swami came in the balcony of this old bungalow and Swami gave blessings. So it was a very nice opportunity for us, and wherein all the devotees, they were doing Aarti when Swami came. So I was thinking it was a nice opportunity to have Swami's darshan early in the morning. Afterwards, my father joined Sevadal and I was attending Balika's classes. Occasionally, as a child, I used to accompany my father to do service in Brindavan. Next is joining Sevadal. Once I went with my father to do service in Brindavan. That was on Sunday, and Swami called the Sevadals to give Padnamaskar. All the Sevadals were there to sit in a line. They were made to sit in a line in front of the Trai Brindavan main door. I too went and sat along with the Sevadals. The Sevadal convener came to have a look whether everybody are wearing white dress. As I was in color dress, he told me to go out. So I felt very bad because I didn't get the opportunity to have Swami's Padnamaskar that day. So next week again I went to Brindavan and did Seva. That time I was wearing white shirt and color of pant. And Swami that day also called all the Sevadals for Padnamaskar. I too went and sat along with them. But when the Sevadal convener saw me in colors, again he told me to go out. So I decided that next time whenever I come to Brindavan, I should wear full white dress. So next week again I went there for Seva. Again that day Swami came. Again Swami called us. I was sitting along with the Sevadals for Padnamaskar. So that time I was thinking, since I am in white dress, I will not be sent out. But the convener again came and saw me and asked, where is your Sevadal badge? I told I have not received any Sevadal badge. They have not given me. Then he told, you go out. So again I came out. So I could not control my tears because this is the third time I was sent out. So I was thinking why it's happening with me. I was just praying that. So even Swami that day he didn't come for giving Padnamaskar. He is only sent prasadam for all the Sevadals who were assembled there. After this, the incidents, the convener called me and told the leader to give Sevadal badge to me. So that is how I got Sevadal badge. Next week the badge was given to me and since the badge was there, I attended the thrice session that evening and Swami in that after the program of the thrice session started distributing prasadam. So I got the prasadam from Swami and I was very happy that day because one side I got the Sevadal badge and the other side I got prasadam from Swami. So it was only by Swami's grace I could get join Sevadal and get the badge. Next is about birthday blessings. When I was 8 years old, as Swami was in Vrindavan, my father told me, tomorrow is your birthday, you take some chocolates to Vrindavan and get blessings from Swami. I took some money from father and got some chocolates. So that day night I was thinking about chocolates because I had brought 10 chocolates and there were 6 members in our family. So I was thinking if I give 6, distribute 6, another 4 will be remaining. So I was thinking I will partake the other 4. So on that way I was thinking and I slept that day. Next day morning I went to Brindavan to show it to Swami and get it blessed. So when Swami came near me, I showed the chocolates. Then Swami saw me and told, you eat, you only eat in Telugu. So immediately I remembered the last night what I was thinking, same thing Swami has told me. So that time I went and told my mother like this Swami has told me. Actually Swami told me in Telugu, even though I don't know Telugu, I could understand at that moment that it meant like that only. So afterwards my mother told that you should first distribute to everybody and then only you should have. So that was a birthday lesson for me in my life. So the first miracle which I witnessed, my brother was studying in Puttaparthi and for vacation he had come home. So he had taken me to Brindavan for evening darshan. So after the darshan, thrice session was there. So he took me into the Trai Brindavan Mandir and in the hall we were seated there. So I sat along with the students. One side students were made to sit and another side ladies were made to sit. And Swami came and sat on the chair. Swami was speaking in Hindi. He called out in Hindi, who doesn't have earrings? So he called once, but nobody came. Second time he called, nobody came. When he called third time, a small child of age 2 to 3 years girl came walking towards Swami. So when she came to Swami, Swami asked her, you don't have earrings? She shook her head, telling no. Then Swami created one pair of golden earrings and showed it to everybody who were assembled there. And Swami told the child to come near. When she came, Swami asked the child, what's your father's name? By the time the child replied, Swami had put one earring to her right ear. So then Swami asked, what is your mother's name? By that time she replied, Swami had put to her left ear. Again Swami asked, don't you have earrings? She told, no. Then you touch her ear, yes, Swami told. When she touched her ears, she could find that earrings was there. So with the shyness, she ran towards her mother. So this is the first time I am seeing Swami's miracle, where Swami has created the golden earrings, and as well as without any pain, Swami has put the earrings to the child. So I was very much grateful to Swami to give that darshan. Engineering course. I had got an engineering seat through CET in Mysore, and my father had accompanied me to the admission to do the admission there. So after getting admitted, I was put in outside hostel, which was close nearby. In the hostel, I was in sharing with another boy. So after the first class I finished, I came to my room. Nobody was there to speak. I was really feeling very bad. So I was very sad and I was thinking of my parents and I was crying mood because I was very sad that I missed my parents' love and affection, and because of this course I had to leave my parents and come here. So I used to cry. So for 3 days I cried like this. When on the fourth day after coming from the class, finishing the class and coming, I thought it is not no use crying. So I had a small photo of Swami. So I went in front of the Swami's photo and prayed to Swami that Swami, henceforth you are my mother and father. As my parents are away, you should only guide me and take care of me. Without you, I cannot do anything. So one small prayer I did that day. After 15 days, Swami came in my dream. And in that dream, the scene was Swami was sitting on the chair and I was sitting next to Swami and I was crying in front of Swami. Swami was wiping my tears and telling, don't cry, don't cry. I will take care of your past, present and future, Swami assured me. So next day morning, I woke up and I realized the dream. Then I thought it is a casual dream. Next day again Swami came. The same scene was there and again Swami told me, don't cry, don't cry. I will take care of your past, present and future. So again I thought it is only a dream. But again third day also Swami came and told the same thing. I will take care of your past, present and future. So afterwards I thought there is Swami is giving some message that he is with me. So from that day onwards I have not thought about anything. Just now also if I just turn back what is all happening in my life, in every pages of my life I can see Swami's blessing is there. In another incident during engineering, I used to travel from Bangalore to Mysore often during vacations. One such time I had to go to Mysore. I went to the bus stand to buy the tickets. After paying the money, the person who was supposed to give the change, he told because of lack of change, he has given the change to the person who was in front of me and he had brought the ticket. That person also told, I will give the change to you before reaching Mysore. So in this confusion, I have forgotten to take the ticket from the counter. And I cross-checked whether I am having the tickets, but I didn't have the ticket. Again, I went back to the counter and asked the ticket issuer for the ticket. He told, I have already given, you go and sit in the bus. So I went and sat in the bus. So next person who was sitting next to me, he asked whether you got the ticket. I told no, he has not given, but my change amount is with that old person. Then he told, you better get the ticket, otherwise you will lead into problem. Again, I myself and that old person went to the ticket counter and asked for the ticket. That ticket issuer spoke rudely that I have already issued, you can go and sit in the bus. So we came and sat in the bus. At last, finally the bus seats were full, but the last person who boarded the bus had the ticket, but he didn't have the seat to sit. Then the checking inspector came and asked who has not brought the ticket. I got up and told, sir, I have paid the money, but they have not issued the ticket for me. How is it possible? You should collect that. You get down from the bus, we'll arrange another bus for you. So I thought it's better to get down. So I was about to remove my bag. That time some passengers around me objected me, why you are getting down. Then they told the checking inspector, we will not allow the boy to get on. Even though the bus is going late to Mysore, we will not allow at any cost. By seeing the support, I was shocked because they are all unknown to me. Even the checking inspector also could not do anything. He finally took the ticket from the other person and gave it to me. Finally, the bus was left to Mysore. On the way while going, I had Swami's ring in my hand. My neighbor, by seeing the ring, asked me, are you a Sai devotee? I told, yes, I am Sai devotee. Then he told me that he is working under Sai Prakash, film director, who is also an ardent Sai devotee. Then I came to know that Swami has helped me. Otherwise, it was not possible that to get a support from so many passengers who were unknown to me. So by Swami's grace, I could travel and continue the journey. My first interaction with Swami. During college holidays, I used to go to Brindavan to have Swami's darshan daily. One day when I was doing duty near the Sai Ramesh Hall chapel stand, suddenly I saw some sevadals running towards Swami's mandir, and my friend Mr. Nandakishore, who was next to me, called me, and we both ran towards Swami's Trai Vrindavan. As I was running, my heart was beating heavily that day. I was thinking why it is happening like this. Earlier when I ran, I was not feeling like this. Near the Trai Vrindavan gate, Dr. Padmanabhan stopped me from going into the Trai Vrindavan as I did not have a scarf. Then he found that I was wearing a active member badge. Then he allowed me to go inside. Already some sevadals were waiting in the set in front of the interroom, and the interroom room door had opened. I thought maybe the Brindavan caretaker has called to give prasadam box for distribution to devotees. Hence I also waited along with other sevadals there. After a few minutes, Swami came out and called Nandakishore and was speaking with him. I got little afraid by seeing Swami unexpectedly and was hiding behind other sevadal. Afterwards, Swami was calling each sevadal and he was giving clothes. So finally there were 3 members. I was hiding behind the other 2. Then Swami called, gave the signal for coming. The sevadal who was in front of me started running towards Swami. Swami immediately stopped him and told, "Not you, the behind you." So it was me. Then I went with folded hands, and then Swami saw me and asked me in Kannada, "Ellinda bantu?" So I told Swami, "Bangalore, sir." So instead of telling Bangalore Swami, I told Bangalore, sir. Then Swami asked, "What are you doing?" "Swami, I am studying BE," I told. As I was almost in the completing stage of my BE, I asked Swami next what I should do. Swami told, "You first finish your exams, then I will tell what to do next." So then Swami gave me clothes and Pad Namaskar. So I was very happy to have darshan, sparshan and sambhasan that day. So it was a very nice, interesting interaction with Swami. Cycle rally. One of the Sevadal Bhajan group member had asked Swami that he would like to come to Parthi from Bangalore by cycle rally. Swami said okay. After taking permission of Swami, it was announced in the Samiti, whoever having bicycle and are interested can give their names. I also gave my name, and as per program, we assembled at Hanuman Temple, Mahalakshmi Layout at 6 am. We left to Parthi by bicycle. Around 60 participants were there, and some sevadals had brought their 4-wheeler and 2-wheeler with medical facility, and they were accompanying us. In case any participants get fatigued, they can take rest. As we moved on, we could see the Chikbellapur road traffic was less due to lorry strike. On that day, we were thinking that Swami is blessing us in disguise. We had our breakfast at the Shirdi Sai temple at Chikbellapur. After having breakfast, we started our journey. Generally, it is very difficult to ride bicycle in the hot sun, but that day, by Swami's grace, the weather was very cloudy. And as we moved on, we reached Chikbellapur, and the Mudanali staff greeted us, and they provided lunch for us. After having the lunch, again we continued. We could see near Bagepalli, the rain was pouring heavily. So when we reached Bagepalli, the rain had stopped, and near the Chikbellapur, it was starting. So we were discussing Swami is protecting us from rain and sun that day. Afterwards, we camped in Bagepalli Government High School, and after dinner, next day morning again, after Omkara, we continued our journey. So after reaching the deviation towards Parthi, we stopped there for breakfast, and we were going slowly because previous day we had pedaled the cycle the whole day. We were not having strength to move on. But Some devotees who have finished Swami's morning darshan, they came in cars and they stopped and they were telling Swami was waiting for you. And some devotees were telling Swami was asking whether the Bangalore boys have come in cycle. So after hearing this news, we got some strength and we reached Puttaparthi in the afternoon. Swami had told the accommodation in charge to give free accommodation for us. So after having the lunch and we went for darshan, they gave us separate seating and we sat in the specified seats, and we were thinking that Swami may give interview and speak to us because Swami has already morning he was inquiring about us. As Swami came, he didn't look at us. He just avoided our row and he went to the mandir. After finishing the bhajan and arti, we came back to the room and we were thinking what happened. Morning Swami was inquiring and now he is not seen at all. So again next day morning we went and sat in our seats and Swami came and he gave Padnamaskar. While giving Padnamaskar, Swami asked, how much time it will take by bus if you want to come from Bangalore to Parthi? We answered Swami 4 to 5 hours. Then Swami told, how much time have you taken now? We told Swami we have taken 1.5 hours, Swami. Then Swami told, you have wasted your time and you have wasted your energy. Next time if you come, I will not speak to you and I will not look at to you. So one side we were happy that Swami has spoken to us and we have got this thing. Another side we were feeling sad that Swami is little upset with us. So we could come to know that Swami is very much giving importance on that not to waste time and energy. Also we met some groups of boys who had come from Punjab. They had taken 3 months to come from Punjab to Parthi, and also another group from Chennai, they had taken 1 week from Chennai to Parthi. So they were also come in cycles and they were waiting from past 15 days to take Swami's this thing. They were expecting Swami to speak, but Swami is not speaking with them. So then we thought we are lucky enough to have Swami's Padnamaskar the next day at least. From 1995 to 1999, it was a golden period in my life as I could get Swami's physical proximity and also Swami's motherly love, fatherly care and guidance. Monkey Boy. After finishing my engineering degree, I used to go to Brindavan daily and do some Sevadal duties allotted by our Sevadal convener. Once I was given chance to do monkey duty inside the Thrai Brindavan compound. As there were a lot of trees around Thrai, there were a lot of monkeys roaming here and there. While doing duty, I had good darshan of Swami and felt it is good to do duty here rather than other places. That year, after Swami left to Parthi, I got a call from Sevadal in charge that Swami had sent word that Seva is there for Guru Purnima celebration in Puttaparthi, and Swami specifically told that the monkey duty boys should come for that duty. Hence I along with the other boys went to Parthi, and in the Swami's darshan we were sitting for Swami's darshan and Swami came near us and asked why you are all have come here. We told Swami we have come for doing seva, Guru Purnima seva. Swami told what seva? Only seva is taking my darshan and eating and sleeping. And Swami left. While during bhajan session, Swami's driver, Mr. Padmanabhan, came running and he was searching us. When he saw us, he told, Swami is calling. Swami has told that monkey boys from Bangalore have come. You bring them to Purnachandra Hall. So that's how our group got by the name Monkey Boys. After that, everybody used to call us Monkey Boy, Monkey Boy. And after reaching Purnachandra Hall, they gave us duty of cleaning the pictures in Purnachandra Hall stage and all. While we were cleaning the stage, Swami used to come and speak to us. Next day, Swami called us and told that there is special duty for you. Since Spirit of Unity concert program is going on, many international artists and Indian artists are coming. You have to take care of them. We told, okay, Swami. So one day I was doing duty in the green room of Purnachandra Hall, that is the VIP room. So as I was there doing duty, Swami came. Next to me one Japanese person was there. Swami, by seeing that person, told that Thailand. Swami told Thailand. He told Swami, I am from Japan, not from Thailand. Then Swami told, 10 years back when you first came to Parthi, you came along with a Thailand lady. Am I right? He told, yes, Swami. That time you had a beard. Yes, Swami, he told. No, I know. See, 10 years back I am able to remember. I know, Swami told. That is why I am calling you Thailand. And Swami left. So I was very happy to see this, because I never expected that Swami is omnipresent. So I could know that Swami is omnipresent. In this, during duty, Swami gave us a lot of opportunities, that is distributing sweets to the devotees, carrying mementos and hand it over to Swami to give for VIPs. Finally, Swami called us for a group interview, and interview I asked Swami, please show your Vishwarupa Darshana. Swami and told, for seeing Vishwarupa Darshana, you should have some, you should reach that level, then only you can see Vishwarupa Darshana. I was thinking what level we have to reach. Then Swami gave an example. If an aeroplane is flying, if you are on the ground, can you see the pilot? If you want to see a pilot, what you have to do? You have to go to that level, then only you can see the pilot in the aeroplane. I told, yes, Swami. But I was not satisfied with Swami's answer. So Swami told, again asked, what is Vishwarupa Darshana? Then Swami only answered, see God in everybody, every living being. That is Vishwarupa Darshana. Then I got satisfied. So that's how Swami encouraged us in spiritually. Next is Upanayana. One day when I was doing monkey duty in the tribe Vrindavan, and it was almost time for Swami to come out for giving morning darshan for devotees who were assembled in the Sai Ramesh hall. Suddenly I was called from my duty spot, and another Sevadal was deputed to do duty in that spot. I was feeling bad. That is, last minute when Swami was about to come out, I was replaced with another Sevadal. When I came out, I saw some boys were sitting near the tribe main gate. My friend told me to sit with the group. As I sat there, I could not speak with anyone since Swami came out, and we waited for Swami to come. Swami came near us and asked, why are you all sitting here? One Sevadal who was sitting in front got up and told Swami, please do Upanayanam for us. Swami said, why, will your parents agree? That Sevadal said, Swami, you are our mother and father. Then Swami told Dr. Padmanabhan to note down all our names, and Swami did Upanayanam for us, and Swami was present from starting to end of the program. So this is how I was initiated to Upanayanam. Next is Kodai visit. Once in the group interview, Swami had said that he will take us to Kodaikanal. So we were happy to hear that. Afterwards, Swami was preparing us by giving toothpaste, soaps, suitcases, etc. On 3rd April 96, we left Bangalore. That is 10 boys and 20 students chosen by Swami to Kodaikanal. Many foreign devotees, after knowing that Swami is going to Kodai, were traveling in cars and following us to Kodai. On the way, we saw many devotees in different locations. They were doing bhajans, and Swami used to stop and take Aarti and bless them. We reached at Kodai at 6:15 p.m. and since the bus was slow, Swami had reached early and was waiting for us. During dinner session, Swami asked me, "Engineering, what course you have done?" I said, "Mechanical, Swami." For 28 days we were with Swami. We were given accommodation in Sai Suti, and early morning before breakfast we used to sit in front of Swami's room and we used to have lunch, morning breakfast, lunch, dinner with Swami. During our visit, Swami has created a lot of things like Sita's Chudamani, Rama's ring, etc. Some 2-3 incidents which I would like to narrate is whenever Swami went to visit devotee's house, he used to call us and we used to follow Swami's car by bus. In few occasions, Swami got into the bus and we were enjoying the Swami's presence. In one such occasion, Swami told us to see in front what is happening. As Swami's car was in front and Swami was sitting in the bus, everybody were bowing their head and doing namaskar for the car. Swami was telling, "See what is happening." Instead of doing namaskar to Swami, everybody were doing namaskar for the car. Swami told, "Because of my association with the car is getting namaskar." So that is where Swami told. And one more thing is, a lot of photo sessions were going on. While in one photo session, as Swami told to stop, Swami told, "Just see what is happening." Swami was there and the students used to go and stand next to Swami, and after the photo is clicked, the student was going back. Only Swami was there. So Swami told, "I am permanent. You are all coming and going." So that is where Swami showed his divinity. In another incident, during breakfast, puris were served for everyone. Swami was speaking to a guest who had sat for breakfast, and as he was having puri, Swami told, "You have one more puri." So Swami took one puri from the vessel and he gave it to the guest. He cut the puri. When he cut the puri, he could find one golden ring in the puri. So he was very happy that he got the puri. Then golden ring. Then Swami smiled at him and told, "You deserved that." In the dining room, Swami had created a replica of the human heart. As I was sitting far away, I could not hear the conversation, what Swami had told. And Swami, it was looking like half section of a mango. So Swami was showing to everybody and he was coming near us. When Swami came near us, I was thinking it was a mango and it is looking very nice. As I was thinking like that, Swami touched my heart and told, "It is not mango, it is human heart." So Swami, by knowing my thoughts, he corrected me. In another incident, Swami had told all the boys to go for horse ride. As there were few horses and we had to wait for our turn, and I wanted to ride on a white horse and I got the same. After this we came back to Sai Sruti and Swami was asking boys which color horse he has rode. Some were telling it was black and brown, some were telling white. I actually forgot which horse I rode that day. And Swami asked me, "Which horse you rode?" I told Swami, "I have a black color horse." Swami told, No, you have rode on white color." Afterwards I realized what Swami has told is right. So then only I realized that Swami is watching me. Every moment Swami is watching me. In another incident, all of us were sitting in front of Swami and Swami was speaking to us, when suddenly Swami closed his right hand and showed it to one boy. And Swami asked, "What is there in my hand?" That boy told Swami, "Nothing is there." Then Swami showed his hand to another boy and he asked Swami asked him, "What is there in my hand?" He told everything. When Swami opened his hand, one golden ring was there. Swami gave it to that boy. And Swami told the other boy, you told nothing, so that's why you could not get anything. He told everything and he got the ring. So yad bhavam tad bhavati. So always we should be positive. House naming. In 1996, my father had constructed a house in Basveshwar Nagar and we were planning to give a name for the house. As my uncle had constructed an house and they had kept the house name such that all the family members' names, that is starting letters, were included, I also was thinking in those lines, but proper name was not coming out. When I went to Parthi, in the group interview, I told Swami that we have constructed a small house and you should give a name for the house. Swami said, what name you want? I told Swami, you should only give. Then Swami told, what is your father's name? I told Swami, my father's name is Narayan. What is your mother name? I replied, Swami, Nirmala. Then Swami asked, what is your name? I told Swami, Jagadish. 1 second, Swami closed his eyes and told, you keep as Sai Geetanjali. So after the interview, I came out. When I came out, I saw that in Sai Geetanjali, all our family members' names were there. So within second, Swami thought of that name and he has given us a nice name. So I was very happy. Actually, I was thinking to keep a proper name, but I could not do. But by Swami's grace, we got it. So, Golden Chariot. Swami had given interview for our group in Parthi 4 days before sitting on the Golden Chariot. In the interview room, I asked Swami that you are sitting on the Golden Chariot. Swami said, actually, so many people, devotees are praying that for that he is going to sit. Lastly, while coming back, Swami told, you see the Golden Chariot program and then go to Bangalore. So we were happy that Swami has given chance to see that program. On the day of Swami sitting on the Golden Chariot, we were waiting near the Kulwant Hall Gents VIP gate at around 7 am. The Kulwant Hall was full and we were near the Golden Chariot waiting for Swami to come. We were standing very close to the chariot and we got good darshan of Swami sitting on the chariot. So to pull the chariot, MBA final year boys were selected. So as the chariot moved, we also got opportunity to pull the Golden Chariot. As the chariot neared the Kulwant Hall, the chariot was touching the beam of the Kulwant Hall, the top portion. So everybody stopped, was thinking now what to do. We were all seeing Swami. Swami was smiling. So a miracle happened that time. Suddenly the chariot height reduced and we could pull the chariot into the Kulwant Hall. So by Swami's grace we could witness this event. Power of prayer. In 1998 there was a floral exhibition in Kantirva Indoor Stadium, and on the last day of the floral exhibition, that is on Sunday, I along with the other Sevadals was in Brindavan. Around 4 p.m., Sri Satyanarayan, my close friend, told that we will go to the floral exhibition and get some flower plants so that we can keep it in try when Swami comes to Bangalore next week. We reached the exhibition at 5 p.m. and we saw that the board that it is closing at 7 p.m. Since it was the last day, all the items were put on sale and there was a huge crowd near the entrance. As there was only one entrance, 2 lines were formed at the side of the door. Since the exhibition is closing at 7, almost 6 to 7 members were standing in the first row of both the lines. By seeing this, I told Satyanarayan sir that there is no chance of we getting inside. So it is better to go home. But Satyanarayan sir told we will try our best. So after we waited for 5 minutes, but no use. Then Satyanarayan sir told that we will all pray for 5 minutes to Swami. No doubt I thought it was not a good plan, but I joined them. So 2 minutes we prayed, and afterwards we saw one line was moving slowly. So we went and joined that line. Believe it or not, within 10 minutes we were inside the stadium and we could get the flowers. So that was my first experience about the power of prayer in my life. Job at Satyasai Hospital. In one of the group interviews, Swami asked me, "What degree have you done in?" I told B. Then Swami asked, "By what age have you completed your degree?" Immediately I remembered my PUC mathematics lecturer telling once in the class that he had taken 25 years to complete his graduation. I also told Swami I have taken 25 years to complete my BE. Then Swami told, no, you have not taken 25, you have only taken 24 years. After the interview, when I came out, when I calculated, it was 24 years, as told by Swami. Swami had given me many interviews when I was in Monkey Boys group. When I was in Parthi in the morning, Swami called us for interview, and in that interview Swami said he will give job for us. We came out from the interview room after taking Swami's blessings. That day afternoon my brother had come from Bangalore to Parthi and was searching for me. He met me and told that father has sent him to inform that there is an interview call from HAL Bangalore and they are recruiting engineers to change the manual drawings into AutoCAD drawings. In the interview selection panel, Sri Ramchandra Rao, who is my father's close friend and ardent Sai devotee, will be there, so there will be no problem in getting selected. I told my brother that I cannot come as today morning only Swami has given interview and has told that he will give job for me. So kindly inform this to our father and we will wait for Swami's guidance for this. Later I had went to Parthi for doing Seva of 751 Ganesha. So after finishing my duty there, when I came to Bangalore, I got a call from Venkatraman sir, who was the Sevadal convener, telling that there is an interview going on for recruiting engineers in Swami's super specialty hospital. And so I applied and by Swami's grace was appointed as utility engineer in this organization. One more thing, how Swami has saved from the car accident is on May 1st, 2007, all my family members except myself were going by Maruti Omni car from Bangalore to Mangalore to attend my cousin's sister's marriage function. As I was staying in the quarters, my father at around 10 am called me over phone and informed me that they have reached Asan and they are continuing their journey after a break. Within 10 minutes, I received another call by an unknown person speaking through my brother's mobile that our vehicle has met with an accident. I could not believe him, as 10 minutes back I have spoken with my father and now this person is telling that the vehicle has met with an accident. I told him that to hand over the phone to my brother. My brother told that we have met with an accident and all are injured badly. And he could not speak more and he kept the phone. I was really worried what to do. Actually at that time I was near the bakery. So I went to immediately and stood in front of Ganesha which was in administrative block, and I prayed to Swami, you should only take care because I cannot do anything. So after that I went and met Mr. Ashok Sharali and told him to inform Mr. Dakappa, the state president of Karnataka. So as Dakappa sir was the close friend of my father. So then I came to know that by Swami's grace my mother had exchanged a seating place inside the car and my elder brother sat in her place after tea break. As the car was moving, a tempo traveler has come and hit the car, and my elder brother had got more injuries and he was in coma for 3 days. If my mother would have sat in that place, we wouldn't have survived. Everybody in the car were badly injured and need hospitalization, but nobody came forward to help, at that time. A forest range officer who was passing by stopped his vehicle and he ensured that the luggage was removed from the vehicle and kept in safe place in one house there, and he took everyone to government hospital nearby and treated them. By this time the Sevadals from Hassan district came and helped our family members. They were about to so my brother and my father were brought by ambulance and admitted in the hospital. Within 1 month all got discharged without any operation by Swami's grace. When I went to Hassan to get the damaged car from the police station, I was shocked to see that the vehicle had damaged very badly and which was beyond repairs. And the sub-inspector also was really surprised when I told that everybody survived in that accident. He told, how is it possible? You can see a car in front of you which is slightly damaged and 2 people have died due to that accident. Hence Swami has saved our family in such a severe accident. During COVID days, I used to travel by two-wheeler to the hospital as the BMTC bus services were minimal. And due to fear of corona spreading during travel, one day after finishing my duty, myself and my friend was staying near my house. We were returning back home. Suddenly my scooter tire got burst near the HL. We looked around, we could not find any shops for repairing the tire. My friend saw some auto rickshaw standing other side of the road and went there to inquire whether any shops are available nearby area to attend the problem. As soon as he left, a person who was in two-wheeler approached me and asked what is the problem. I told my scooter tire has got flat. He told he will repair the same for rupees 150. I agreed and he started repairing the tire. By this time my friend came. He was surprised. How could I get this person and who has sent him? I told him Swami has sent him, and he told that there is no repair shop around here, and if this would not have come, we should have pushed the vehicle 2 kilometers to get the flat tire repaired. I was very happy that Swami has sent this person at the right time and helped us. I thank Swami once again for taking care of me during the problem time. And I pray to Swami to give more opportunity and to serve him with devotion. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
ఈనాటి విద్యార్థులు మొట్టమొదట గుర్తించవలసినది మానవుడనగా ఎవరు, ఎట్టి గుణములు కలిగినటువంటి వాడు మానవుడు అనేటువంటి సత్యాన్ని గుర్తించడం అత్యవసరం.
Today's students will have to understand basically who is man, what are the qualities of a good human being.
మానవుడనగా విశ్వాసము గల వ్యక్తియే.
A man means the one who has faith in himself.
నమ్మకం గల వ్యక్తియే.
The one who has belief, faith.
తాను నమ్మినటువంటి దానిని ఆచరించినప్పుడే నమ్మకం దినదినాభివృద్ధి నొందుతుంది.
Faith and belief grow only when you practice what you believe in, what you have faith in.
పవిత్రమైన వాడు మానవుడు అనేటువంటి సత్యాన్ని విశ్వసించాలి.
You should believe that man is essentially a sacred being.
పవిత్రము అనేటువంటి పదం యొక్క తత్వాన్ని మొట్టమొదట గుర్తించాలి.
We have to understand in the very first instance the meaning of purity, sacredness.
లాటిన్ భాష లోపల విర్ అనేటువంటి పదం నుంచి ఆవిర్భవించినటువంటిది పవిత్రం.
This purity has taken its origin from the Latin word vir.
విర్ అనగా మానవుడు అని.
Vir means man.
పవిత్రమైన వాడు మానవుడు అని దీని అంతరార్థం.
The inner meaning of this is man is basically pure one.
ఇట్టి పవిత్రమైన మానవుడి నుండి వెలువడేటువంటి తలంపులంతా పవిత్రమైనటువంటివిగా ఉండాలి.
Thoughts which emanate from such a pure man must be basically pure.
పవిత్రమైన మానవుని నుండి వెలువడేటువంటి వాక్కులు కూడా పవిత్రమైనవిగా ఉండాలి.
The words which flow from such a man must also be pure.
పవిత్రమైన మానవుని నుండి చేయబడేటువంటి చేతలన్నీ కూడా పవిత్రమైనవిగా ఉండాలి.
All the deeds and actions of such a man must also be pure.
తలంపులు, వాక్కులు, చేతలు పవిత్రమైనటువంటి స్థితికి ఇవియే మానవతా గుణములు అని.
Thoughts, words and deeds, when they are pure, those are all qualities of human beings.
The proper study of mankind is man. ఇది మానవత్వం యొక్క విలువ.
The true value of humanity is in the statement, the proper study of mankind is man.
మానవుడు ఎన్ని విద్యలు నేర్చినప్పటికీ, ఎంతటి ఉన్నత పదవులు ఏలినప్పటికీ, ఎంత ధనకనక వస్తువాహనాలు ఆర్జించినప్పటికీ, వీటితో పాటు మానవతా గుణములు కూడా పెంచుకోవాలి.
Man may earn any amount of education, may occupy positions of importance, may command wealth and prosperity, but along with it, he should have human qualities.
Narayana bhaja Narayana, Narayana bhaja Narayana, Narayana. मत्स्यकूर्म वराह नरहरि वामन को अवतार किया। मत्स्यकूर्म वामन को अवतार किया। परशुराम और राम की सबने दुष्टों को संहार किया। दुष्टों को संहार किया। ये अवतारी लीलाधारी कुंज विहारी नारायण। ये अवतारी लीलाधारी कुंज विहारी नारायण। ये अवतारी कुंज विहारी लीलाधारी नारायण। नारायण भज नारायण। नारायण भज नारायण। नारायण भजन से मन को सुजन बनाकर भक्ति मार्ग दिखला दिया। भजन से मन को सजन बनाकर भक्ति मार्ग दिखला दिया। साई भजन से भव सागर को पार नदी दिखला दिया। पति तो तारी पति विहारी केशरिधारी नारायण। पति तो तारी पति तो तारी पति विहारी काली मुरारी नारायण।